Yeah, just one Mick here, just sharpening the Husqvarna. What are we? Oh, what number are we? It's Husqvarna 340. She's an old girl. So just sharpening up with this Jono and Johno chainsaw sharpening jig. Now, not bad. Only 30, I think it was a bit under 30 bucks Australian. Jono and Johno's online, it's an Australian company. And they supply chainsaws, parts, blades, mower blades, all bits and pieces of stuff. They got a Jono and Johno website. You can buy it off, I think, eBay or just online. And anyhow, so got this thing because what I want to do is I want to get as much accuracy, like I normally go freehand, and every probably third sharpen I will use this thing. When you're busy, you want it cutting good when it's cutting, when you're doing a fair bit of cutting in winter. And so just quickly talk about this. I used a high quality one of these many years ago. I've worked in a construction gang, pit and pipe, and we used to have to fall the odd tree and that, and cut timbers up for Telstra it was, and great job. But so I used one. I hadn't seen these for sale. Oregon, I think, do one, which is, oh, gee, I think it's maybe 150 Australian or something like that. So I just thought, oh, they might not be as good as I thought, because it's a long time since I'd used one. So I thought, bugger it, I'll get one of these and just see what it's like and see what I think its accuracy is like. So just using it here, this is the second time I've used it. Now, just a few things, and you probably don't expect the highest quality for 30 bucks, which you don't, but it all seems pretty good. Probably these things here and this here are plastic, the rest is a cast aluminium, and a few of these little things are plastic, but it's not something you're throwing in the toolbox. You're something that you got to be a bit careful with, even if you got the high quality one, because it's a pretty precise tool. And just been using it here, and it's too hard for me to probably try and do with videoing and doing this sharpening at once, so I'll just go through it. So I've just been putting I've got it all set up. I've got it set up at 0 that way, so you can put a bit of like 5 degrees on them, but the movement of the tooth, in my opinion, is, it's enough in here. Even though I've just tightened the chain, you still get a little bit of movement, so you got a little bit of pitch backwards on that. Then I've set this up at 30 degrees, and if you're not, they're not the simplest thing to read. You can read it, but it's not the simplest. But if you just go off the tooth guide, the little cut, you can still come up with the angle 30 degrees, and you just set up at that. So that's pretty easy. And I'll probably just put a little bit of tiny bit of white paint, dot a little bit of white paint on there anyhow. But I'll probably just go off the cut on the tooth. So I've set up level, set up at 30 degrees level through the cut, through the file process. So what I'm doing is I'm just putting a little bit of weight on there and pulling it through a little bit, and then just putting my finger through and pushing it through, probably more so with this one, because you're pushing central through this here. Now that there has a little bit of felt you can see in under that to keep that lubricated, which is a great idea. And all you do is just pour a little bit of 2-stroke oil in there. That's all I've done, and that keeps this part of it lubed. Now, this thing here probably would have been good at least if this was cast, but it's not, so that's not a biggie. And so I've just adjusted it all through there. And I've given, like if you have a look here, you'll see, oh, I just got to try and get it steady. Where are we? Right. So you can see that the tooth, you can pull it up a little bit and set it up just so, whoops, sorry about that, just so you can hear a bit. That takes, oh, bloody hell, sorry. It takes it up a little bit to take it up high. Now if you look at the tooth, I think it's sharpened it quite well. And that's the first sharpen. This is the second or third sharpen on this chain. This is a still chain, and I'll get it used to that file. And it also comes with 3 files. So, but anyhow, look, it's not a bad little thing. It's not bad at all. I can adjust this here so it's longer through here, adjust this back so it's longer and it grabs the tooth, but to be honest, that's probably not a bad little length anyhow that it travels through, which I'll just show you. It travels through to there, and that's not too bad, but you can lengthen it out through there anyhow. But I've just getting the adjustments on how set up, but yeah, it's accurate. You're accurate, and if you don't do a lot of sharpening, you really, I mean, if you don't hit dirt, you don't have to be sharpening the chainsaw every 5 minutes. So long as you don't hit dirt and gravel, you'll be surprised how long you can actually get out of a sharpen. You see that there, lubricating that little foam, that little felt. That's a great idea. So that tooth hasn't been sharpened yet, but just too hard for me to hold. But anyhow, I just thought I'd do a quick review on this, and you can see how I got it all set up here. We'll just, so what you adjust this one here too, and you can see, I'll just flip that over. You can see as I pull it through, that clicks back, and that drops down, holds the tooth, stops it from going back any further. So you can see what I'm doing there, can't you? So that one, and then that one comes up. So yeah, you just adjust that through there too. But yeah, and see how I got it set up here. And I had to adjust this one so it got pretty central, and then these two are the ones that lock up. You just do them, you don't have to do them up super tight, because it's not as though you're being rugged with it. But look, there's not far shy of 10 minutes, so when I do another one and see if they cut well, I'll just get Carl's to hold it while I do a quick sharpen on it and show you. But not today. Rightio, I'm going to leave it at that. Swano Mick, he's all have a lovely day, and I'll finish sharpening this off. Swano Mick out.